Thank you guys for joining. All we need today is just a strap or a ring and a block. So we're gonna get started with the soles of our feet together. Interlacing your fingers around your toes and wiggle so you come close up towards your heels, as high up as you can. And then just start butterflying through the legs, lengthening through the spine. You can move your head side to side. Make sure it's nice and stretched out. And then just start feeling into your breath. Just try to feel into your entire body. Notice where you might feel a little bit of tension. Try to relax wherever you feel any resistance or tension. Try to let your shoulders relax, grounding your seat bones into the ground and lengthening the crown of your head up into the sky. And then bringing your knees up by your elbows, squeeze your elbows with your legs, and then slowly push your legs down with your elbows. And just keep repeating this motion, squeezing the arms, and then using your arms to press down. Adding some resistance into your stretch is really good to help keep your muscles strong as you stretch into them. Exhaling as you squeeze down, inhaling as you squeeze up. Good, just moving with that breath. Good, about two more. And then the next time that you are pushing your legs down with your elbows, stay here. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, and then just start moving your head to the right and to the left, tucking that chin into the chest, in between, in the center. Good, just keep breathing through it. And coming back to center, tuck your chin into your chest, round up through the spine, straighten up all the way, deep breath at the top. Exhale, fold down. Just keep those knees open. I want you to focus a little bit more on your back body here. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, folding down. You take about 5 deep breaths of just moving in this motion. And then we're going to add a twist into it. 1, 3, 2, 1 more, and then we're just gonna stay up here with our spine nice and long. Keep your right hand onto your toes. Extend your left arm all the way up. Open up through the shoulders, lengthen through the spine, and then twist over to that left side on the exhalation. Inhale back up, staying in that twist, and then exhale, bring that left arm down behind you. Use that left hand to help you twist. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Deep breath in, lengthen through that spine once again in your twist. Exhale, let that right hand come down onto your left knee, and then twist all the way behind you. Looking behind you, stretching even your eyeballs. Using those hands to help you. With each exhalation, you get a little bit deeper. 3 more deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, slowly unwind. Bring your hands back to center. And now we're going to wrap our left hand around the toes. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Take a moment here, just lengthen through the spine, open up through the shoulder. And on your exhalation, twist. Keep the right arm up. Exhale as deeply as you can. When you're ready to inhale, inhale, lengthen up back through the spine. And the exhalation is going to bring that right hand down behind you. Twist here, look behind your shoulder. Exhale, twist. On your inhalation, inhale, left arm up. Lengthen through that spine. Exhalation, left hand comes onto your right knee and twist. deep twist here. We have 5 deep breaths. Keep inhaling and exhaling, twisting deeper on the exhalation. If that feels good, make sure your spine stays long the whole time. And the exhalation slowly unwinds you back to center. Keep your left leg in. Let your right leg go out just slightly in front of that left leg. And then lean onto your knees. Get low as comfortable for you. Use your arms to press onto those knees. Folding into this. Focus on stretching out through the hips, getting low, putting your body weight into that. 5 deep breaths, and then we're just gonna extend that right leg out. Good, one more deep breath. On the exhale, slowly come down. It's the mailman. Just the mailman. All right. Thank you, Bruiser. All right, now we're gonna extend that right leg out. It's the mailman, Bruiser. See if you can catch your foot. If this left knee is lifting up, use your hand to press it down. Start shifting into this right side. Breathe into it. Make adjustments along the way. Make sure those seat bones feel grounded. Your right hand is holding onto your foot. Your left hand is pushing your left leg down. Good. Keep hugging in toward that long right leg. Okay, we're going to go a little bit deeper into this twist. Right hand is going to come right out in front of you. Left arm reaches up, look up toward the ceiling. That left arm is reaching toward your right foot. Maybe you could sink even lower and see if you can catch your foot. Remember, you could always use a strap or the ring to help. Press that right hand down and keep looking up. 5 more deep breaths. And the exhalation slowly unwinds. Bring us back to center. We're gonna switch it so that our left leg is out in front. Right leg is a little bit closer in. Reset through those seat bones. When you're ready, put the weight, the elbow weight, into your knees. Sink low. You should feel a stretch in through your IT bands on the side of your legs, but also into your back body. Keep pushing those knees down at your own comfort level and sinking low into this. Just keep folding in with each exhalation, get deeper. And then slowly bring yourself up. Extend your left leg out to the side. Reset through the seat bones as needed. Make sure you're grounded. Wiggle this long leg. Start with pressing your right hand onto your right knee, twisting your weight over to that long leg. See if you can catch your foot or use a strap or a ring to get your foot if you can't catch it with your hand. Keep pressing this knee down as you hug into the long leg. Try to get more on the pinky toe side of your foot. 5 deep breaths here. The more that you hug into that long leg, the more that you press on that bent knee. All right, and now we're gonna take this left hand, place it right out in front. Right arm reaches over to that left foot. Look up to the ceiling. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower or use your strap to help to catch that foot. We have 5 more deep breaths here. Keep pressing that hand to help you stretch. The left hand in front of you. And on your exhalation, gently release. Bend your both knees in front, and then walk your hands out in front in a tabletop position. Start moving through your cat-cow, making little shimmies along the way. We're not just going up and down, also go right and left. Really just moving through your spine, through the hips, through the shoulders. Good. About 2 more rounds, and then we're going to take it into a down dog. And the next time you come into a rounded spine, stay here, take a few sways around, circle around, move through the back body. Feel into it. See where you might feel some tension. Take your time, breathe into any resistance, any tension. Just sway around. And then as you feel guided, go the other way. Coming back to center, curl your toes, take it into downward facing dog. And gently just walk your dog. As you walk your dog, whatever leg is straight, try to do little sways side to side on the straight leg into the hips until you move it onto the other side. We're going to breathe here about 10 deep breaths. If that's a lot for you, you can anytime move into that cat-cow position. If you feel too much stress on your wrists or the blood rushing into your head. Otherwise, just relax into this, breathe through it, sway into those hips. Good, about 5 more deep breaths. Focus on widening those fingers, straightening your back. Really starting to get nice and loose through the hips, the hamstrings, all the way down into the calf muscles and to the Achilles heels. And then start bending both knees, shift your weight back, and either step or jump all the way up by your hands. Place your hands onto your legs and we're above or below the knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold down. And then slowly round up, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to a nice tall spine. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Lean back as you push your hips forward. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders. Step or jump into a plank line. Gaze forward, deep breath. Exhale, lower down. Point your toes, place your hands low onto your rib cage. Squeeze your elbows together, press up. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl your toes. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Just breathing into this. Tuck that chin into your chest. Good, one more deep breath. On the exhalation, step your right foot forward. Take your left foot out to an angle. Stay low. Your right shoulder should be stacked right onto your right knee. Stay low like this. Take your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. And then press your arms up as you stay low. You can adjust your shoulder so it's resting on that right knee, right shoulder. Stay here. Keep breathing. 3 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, take your right hand under your shoulder. It's going to be right hand right under that shoulder. If you needed to, you could put a block under your right hand. Left arm goes up. Breathe. Good. 3 more deep breaths, and then we're going to add a binding into this. On the exhalation, this arm that's up here, take it behind you with your option to wrap your right hand and see if you can clasp your fingers together as you continue to look up. Let me show you from the other angle. You'll have your hands behind you. Keep looking up toward the ceiling. 5 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, gently release, shift back forward. So you're looking forward, but this back left foot keeps pointing out to the side. Inhale, reach your arms into a warrior 1 position. Sink low into that. Shift this right hip back to be in line with your left hip. Arms come up, interlace those outer 3 fingers. Open up through your shoulders, breathe. Good, 1 more deep breath. Now see if you can shift into a warrior 3. Pointing your fingers forward, put all of the weight onto your front foot. Point your hips down. Good, I'm just gonna move so you guys can see me. Hips down, little soft bend in your knee. 3 more deep breaths. Look at something not moving. On the exhalation, bring your hands all the way down to the ground and take a reverse split here. See if you can hug into that right leg. Stay here, breathe. Two more deep breaths. On your exhalation, start lowering your foot back to the earth. Find your block. Have your block near you. Sorry. All right, keep your right foot. We're going to stay with the right side in front of you. Your block, take it either at a high height or a medium height. We're just going to rock our hips back and forward, back and forward. Our right hip, our right foot stays out in front of us. Our left foot behind us is going to point forward. Rock forward and back. Forward and back. Good. Stretch out this front leg as you rock back. 2 more. And now stay back there, pressing your weight back. And I just want you to move your hips side to side, right to left. Keep pressing your weight back to the back. If you feel like you don't need the block, You can take that block away. Focus on through the hips. Move side to side. Breathe into it just at your own pace. And now we're going to step that right foot all the way out to the side and stretching through the inner thigh. We have our left foot planted onto the ground. Right leg stretches all the way out to the side. You could lift up your toes if you wanted to. You could try to reach your hand to touch your toes, or just whatever feels good for you. Stretching out this inner thigh. Breathe here. Good. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, take your hands back under your shoulders. Start walking your feet back into a downward facing dog and walk out your dog. Set your own pace, whatever feels good for you. Shift through it, breathe through it. Remember to keep your chin tucked into your chest, your back straight, and your fingers nice and wide. Three more deep breaths here. And now stepping that left foot forward, take your right foot out to the side. We're resting our left shoulder onto that left knee, interlacing your fingers behind you. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. And when you're ready, start bringing your arms up, stretching out through the shoulders. Breathe. Three more deep breaths. And now we're going to release the hands from behind us. Take your left arm, bring it on the inside part of your leg. If you wanted to, you could put a block under your hand. And we're reaching that right arm all the way up. Gaze up toward the ceiling. Open up through the heart. 5 deep breaths. And now we're going to reach this right arm back behind us. You could stay here and open up, or if you want to bind, take that bottom left arm behind you. See if you can catch your fingers. You could use a strap or something to connect you if you need to. 5 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, release your hands from under you. We're going to come into that warrior one position. You might need to adjust your stance a little bit closer together. Sweep your arms up, interlace those fingers up above your head. Try to shift this back, your front left hip back to the right side. Tuck in that tailbone. Breathe here. Gaze at something in front of you that's not moving for 3 more breaths. Then we're going to move into that warrior 3. And on your next exhalation, we're shifting forward. See if you can put all of the weight right out in front of you. Point your hips down. Warrior 3. Look at something not moving. Three more breaths. Now we're coming into our reverse split. Put your hands either on the floor or a block in front of you. Start hugging into that leg. Lift the back right leg up. 5 breaths. And on your exhalation, step that foot back behind you. Just enough so that your toes point forward. So we're coming into like a modified triangle pose. I don't want to use my block. I might decide to let go of it. So if you wanted to, you could just have your hands onto the ground or use your block. And we're just gonna start shifting our weight forward and back. Really feeling that stretch go high up into the hamstring. Maybe after a while, you don't need the block. Good, about 3 more, forward and back. And then we're gonna stay to the back and shift side to side. All right, when you're ready, stay back there and then just shift right to left. We're focusing on our hips, but try to keep your back straight here. Try not to like round it too much. Try to keep your chest slightly lifted. Good. Breathe. Good. 2 more deep breaths, and then we're going to move to the inner thigh stretch. And now we're just going to step that left foot out to the side so that we can stretch out the inner thigh. Bend that right knee, shift your weight back into that right side. Feel the stretch into your inner thigh with the option to lift your toes and catch your foot. And you could use your right elbow to rest onto your right leg. 5 deep breaths, wherever you are, whatever it feels good for you. Just try to stretch out that inner thigh so we can get all around our leg. Good, keep breathing. 3 more deep breaths. One more deep breath here. And on the exhalation, gently release, walk your hands forward, step your feet back, come back into your downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. You could walk your dog, or you could just breathe in your down dog. Good, 1 more deep breath. Now cross your right ankle over your left knee. So it's like a downward facing dog with a figure 4. That right ankle over your left knee, and then bend your left knee down, little tap with your toe on the ground, and then take it back in that down dog with the crossed ankle. Tap that right foot down, knee down, and then back into that down dog type position. Tap down and back. Exhale when you go down. Inhale when you bring it back. 3 more. Exhale. 2, good. 1 more. 3, now start walking your hands back towards your foot. Bend your knee on that supportive leg side. Make sure that ankle, that right ankle crosses over your left knee. We're gonna try to balance in the broken chair. Slowly start coming up, palms together. We have that right ankle crossed over your left knee. Palms can come together in your heart center. Good. 5 more deep breaths here. Use a wall if you need to. Look at something not moving. You guys look good. Tuck in that tailbone. Good. 1 more deep breath. On the exhalation, we're going to come back into our downward facing dog. Release your legs and just walk your dog. We have 5 more breaths and then we'll do our other side. Walk it out. Move through the hips, through the knees. All right, and when you're ready, we're going to cross that left ankle over our right knee. We're going other side. And little bend, actually big bend all the way down to the mat. And then press it back. Just warming up. You guys know what we're doing this time. We're going to come into that broken chair in just a few. So warm up, bending and lengthening. Exhale down, inhale, press back. Good, about 3 more, and then we're gonna start walking our hands back toward our foot. And then when you're ready, start walking your hands back toward your foot. Put a bend in that supportive right leg. Take your time, let the blood come away from your head. Start finding your balance. Crossing that left ankle over your right knee. Balancing onto that right foot. Tucking your tailbone. Palms together, thumbs to heart center. Good. Look at something in front of you that's not moving, a little dot. Breathe. 5 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly walk your hands back down into down dog. Release your feet and just walk your dog. Move through it, breathe through it. It's our last down dog of the day, so make it feel good for you. We'll sit here about 10 deep breaths. Make it your own. Straighten out your back, fingers wide, and then just stretch out all the way through that back lower body. Good, 1 more deep breath here. And exhalation lowers your knees down to the ground. Point your toes to relax your feet. We're gonna work a little bit on our wrists here. So start taking your fingers and pointing your fingers behind you. Or well, point your fingers towards your knees, I should say. And then start stretching out into those forearms. Lean back slightly, just as much as it feels good for you. And then breathe into it. We have about 5 more deep breaths here. And then we're just gonna switch our hands to the opposite way. So right now your palms are facing down. We're breathing through this, and then we're gonna have the top of our hands facing down. Good, 2 more deep breaths here. And now we're just gonna release and switch the other side of your hands on the mat. So now it should be stretching out into your forearm on the top, into your wrist. You're just putting this top part of your hand onto the mat. And you can lean back or lean forward. Try not to put weight right now. We're not weight bearing onto this exercise. We're just stretching out through the wrists into the forearms. We have to remember to give our wrists some attention. Breathe through it. Good, 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, release, put your weight back onto your heels. If that's comfortable, you could also sit onto a block. And then just shake out your wrists. Shake them out. Move your head around too. We're also stretching out through our quads as we do this. Good. All right, and now just take one of your wrists and your other hand, hold on right above, right here, and then just squeeze it. Squeeze like you're creating space in between your forearm and your wrist. Squeeze. Ooh, I just felt a pop. Good. And do the other side. My watch is in the way, but you're just right here, right there. Squeeze. Good. I woke up with like wrist pain the other day. I don't know. I hurt myself when I'm sleeping sometimes. So it reminded me we need to give our wrists some attention. Good. And just give them one more little shake. Now we're going to move it into the shoulders. So placing those fingers onto your shoulders. Start rolling through the shoulders, touching your elbows together in the middle if you can. And whatever way you're going, don't worry, we're going to go both ways. Good, about 2 more this way, and then we'll just reverse the direction. And the next time that your elbows are touching or as close as they can to touch, just reverse the direction. Good, another 2 more. Two, and release. Place those hands back onto the ground. Coming into a tabletop position. Extend your right leg, curl your toe on your left side for balance, and your left arm. So it should be opposite arm to leg. Circle around in that wrist and ankle. And move it around, another 3, 2, 1, and then just go the other way. 2, 3, and you could stay here and balance, or if you want to add a binding into it, wrap your hand behind you and catch your foot and bring your leg up as high as you can. Balance, 5 deep breaths. On the exhalation, release your hand under your shoulder. Take this right leg, cross it over to your left side, and then press back. So your legs are crossed, like a cross-legged child's pose. Try to put your seat bones onto the ground and widen your feet a little bit if you need to with those knees stacked. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, press it back into a tabletop position. Release your legs so that you can come back into that firm tabletop position. And now we're extending the left leg and the right arm. So just go the opposite way with your extension, opposite arm to leg. Rotate through the wrist and the ankle. Balance. Good. Good. Keep that core strong. Curl the toe on the right side for support. And when you're ready, reverse the direction of that ankle and wrist. Just try to isolate the ankle and the wrist. Your limbs and your back stay straight. Keep breathing. Now you could stay here in balance, or if you wanted to, adding a bind into it. Take your right hand back behind you, try to catch your left foot, and then bring your leg up. Your leg muscles are a little bit stronger than your arm muscles. The arm's just going to follow if you can bring that leg up. Balance and breathe for 5 deep breaths. Good. Good. 1 more deep breath. On the exhalation, both hands under your shoulders, cross that left leg over to the right side. Let your feet widen a little bit. And then press into a cross leg child's pose with the arms extended long. Breathe here. And on your exhalation, walk your hands up toward your shoulders. Your legs are already crossed, so they should just be able to easily come out in front of you. Extend your legs out long. And we're going to make sure we're on the center of our mat. We're going to go from boat to canoe 10 times. So you have boat, low into canoe, 10, boat, canoe, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the next time you're in your canoe, hold that canoe, hold, squeeze your feet, squeeze your fists, squeeze, 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 hold for 5, 4, we're gonna keep squeezing, 3, then we're gonna come into Savasana, 2, 1, and release into Savasana. Take a big deep breath. And exhale, make a noise coming out of your throat. Just sigh it out. Just letting your body start to relax. Feel into your breath. Make any little adjustments that you need to feel nice and comfortable and grounded. Start feeling into your breath, your heartbeat. If you wanted to, you could place your right hand onto your stomach, your left hand onto your heart, or just feel comfortable and relaxed. Try to let your mind just relax. Start feeling the feeling of feeling good. Feeling of just loving yourself, loving the moment that you're in, appreciating your breath, your body. Just love knowing what you want, knowing that feeling of ease, of goodness. So easy to know what you want. So easy to think about things that feel good. And it feels good to feel good. Keep reaching for those good feeling thoughts. Focusing on your breath, your heart, all of the wonderful sensations around you on your skin, the warmth of the sun, the spaciousness of your breath. So making small movements, wiggling fingers, toes, blinking your eyes, bringing your awareness back to the space around you. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big bear hug. And then coming to your right side, in your seated pose where we all began. And using the left hand to press you into seated position. And on your inhalation, reach your arms all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, take a twist, let the arms come down. Keep the exhalation as you twist. And when you're ready to inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, twist the other way. Exhale, keep exhaling as you twist. And when we're ready to inhale, reach those arms back up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, bring it into your heart center, thumbs to your heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.